Today's show is actually brought to you by Jet.com. For 20% off your first two orders of over $35, visit Jet.com and enter the promo code GETIT, GETIT, at checkout.
I Don't Get It
Podcast. Hello, welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast.
What's up, everyone?
Today, we're going to do something we haven't done in a while.
I just burped.
Burps. I don't get burps, actually. Let's start out with that, because I don't burp. I burp maybe once a month.
Well, that's the reason you have so much gas out of your asshole, is because Naz and I get it through our mouths before it goes down our assholes.
We don't fart. You fart.
I know. Well, you know what? I wish I had that gift that I could just be like, oh,
I never had the gift. I developed it on my own. Ever since I got heartburn, they were like, burp as much as you can.
Yeah, and I get heartburn. That's why I burp as much as I can, Ashley.
How do you do that?
What do you mean? You just have heartburn, or you don't have it?
No, that's what I mean. I don't mean. How do you force yourself to burp?
You can start drinking Diet Coke and practice.
No, I'm not going to drink that gross shit just so that I can burp.
That cancer can.
Did you guys? Diet Coke is the greatest.
Diet Coke is repulsive. It is pure chemicals in a can.
You guys are insane. The difference between Diet Coke and regular Coke is almost literally nothing, and don't even get into aspartame because it's not that big of a difference. So
aspartame is a huge deal.
It's in regular Coke too.
No, it's not.
No, it
sugar.
isn't. It's the sugar substitute, Naz.
Right. Whatever you guys say.
Naz.
All right.
It doesn't.
Look at the ingredients.
I'm not even arguing about the health benefits or lack thereof of Diet Coke. I don't understand how you can drink that. I would drink water. I would drink anything over Diet Coke. The taste of it.
But I would drink anything with 0 calories over anything with calories.
A nice LaCroix?
No, I wouldn't.
LaCroix? Is it LaCroix? LaCroix?
I don't know. That's why I say it like LaCroix.
All right, well, we came in guns a-blazing.
Wait a second now. The Coke. The 120 calories or 140 calories you get from a full calorie Coke is so
but if she
worth
can't
it.
taste the difference, then I don't care what she does. But I taste the difference.
I'm just saying, how could you be okay with her thinking that it tastes the same?
I don't care.
Well, it's 140 calories. I can't afford, Ashley. You don't see me posting photos in bathing suits, guys.
Me either. All right, well, today we're just talking about our weeks and the interesting that's happened, and we're, quote, catching up. So, Ashley had an interesting week. What do you think? What happened?
Yeah, Ashley, how'd your date go on Thursday?
Okay, so you guys remember that guy I went on a really good date with in March? And I was like, I'm so confused. I don't get it. We had a great date, like A+. Okay, plus is a little bit much, but definitely an A. And then, he texted me like a couple times, but then really nothing. But every time, I just was like, screw it. I'm really at this point in my life where I'm just like, screw it, I'll text him. Every time I text him, he'd be like, I want to see you. And I'd be like, okay, when? And then he'd be like, radio silence. So on a whim, on my third whim, 3 months, every month I like throw him a bone.
So it's been 3 months.
See if he retrieves it. He always says, let's do it, but then never gives me a date.
Wait, so it's been 3 months since you went on the date?
3 months.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy. So, like a week ago, I texted him and I said something stupid, like responding to like an Insta story or something. Just like whatever he had up there. I made a conversation out of it, but not an Insta conversation. It was a text conversation because we did have this discussion as well.
Yes.
So I say something, and then he goes, I want to go out soon. And then I was like, okay, when? And then I said, what did I say?
You said, okay, Thursday or Friday or Saturday.
No. I said I'm free at the end of the week, okay? And then he said...
Which is bad, because I feel like you have to say the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you leave it too broad...
No. And
you'll never hear from him again.
He didn't respond to the at the later of the week thing.
God.
So then Laura and I came home and I read her the conversation, and she goes, "You're gonna have to text him on Wednesday and be like, so Friday or Saturday." So that's exactly what I did, and I texted him, "So Friday or Saturday?" And he said, "Saturday's good."
Oh my God!
Holy shit! It happened.
How revolutionary!
I know.
So then, we were at Naz's. We were just hanging out, and then it's 5:30, and he hasn't texted me yet. The day of the date, and this is something that Naz and I really wanted to talk to you guys about. how annoying are guys these days who legit don't text you until dinner time, until they're like on the way, picking you up,
or can't do it tonight.
Night of.
If you have a date that is planned, like, you need to text me in the morning. Like, men think that we're just ready, full makeup. Like, I need to go get waxed and, like, shave my legs and be fully prepared. I can't just, like, come over when you're like, all right, it's time to have our date now.
Right, exactly. If it's a guy that you don't like, I maybe need 45 minutes. You know,
but
I'll
also,
be like,
what I think is worse is when you're putting your makeup on and you're all ready to go, and then he says no, thank you. That's way worse than being like under ready.
That's why you should never. That's the problem. You know, my date was talking about how he's already seen me without makeup before a couple times, so he likes that because he's like, I like to know what a girl looks like because, like, when I wake up next to her, like, I want to make sure it's not scary.
I want to make sure.
And you're definitely not scary. And I was like, that's great. But if I did have the cystic acne I used to have, it would probably be horrifying. Aww. But I'm really glad I don't have that anymore. BioClarity recently has been able to help my skin stay clean, clear, and just overall fresh and dewy and wonderful.
And perfect for waking up next to a guy the next day.
Absolutely. So it just, like, kind of makes washing your face feel good, you know, because I always dread washing my face at night, but it's like, it just makes your skin feel better, so I don't dread it that much. BioClarity is unlike any other typical acne treatment products because it doesn't use benzoyl peroxide, which causes redness, dryness, and irritation, especially with me. It overall improves the appearance, but it also reduces the number of blemishes. Clinical studies have shown strong results because the number of blemishes is reduced in skin, there's an overall better appearance, and there's reduced oiliness and shininess without drying out your skin. It's good for your skin, and it's good for Mother Nature because it's cruelty-free and 100% vegan. And if you want to try this out, it's been such a savior for me. Go to bioclarity.com and let BioClarity give you the confidence of clear skin and help you take on life and dates. My listeners will get their first month for only $9.95 plus free shipping. That's a $20 savings, and it comes with a 100% risk-free money-back guarantee, but you need to enter our code, which is GETIT, GETIT. That is bioclarity.com. Enter my code GETIT, GETIT, bioclarity.com. Ladies out there, if he hasn't texted you by 5:30, don't be putting your makeup on until you hear from him. Don't be shaven.
But also, if a guy knows that you're going to meet up with them later, like, tell me so I can plan the rest of my day.
Exactly. I mean, we assume it'll probably be around 7:38 to 8:30, you know, somewhere around there. But it doesn't.
But we're not Miss Cleo.
Yeah.
So just text me. It's really not that hard. And I hate when people are like, he's probably busy. It takes 0.2 seconds to send a text message. Like, that's just not an excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's never an excuse.
Ever.
So wait, how long do you think it takes you to get ready for an actual date with a guy you like?
With a guy I like? Well, it depends if my legs are shaved. It depends if I need to go get an outfit that day. And I would say a good 3 hours.
Lauren,
I'm probably
can't
2
relate,
hours,
but okay.
Though.
Oh, when you go
like when I'm like trying to look my best, it takes 2 hours.
Okay, I was gonna say 2 hours too, because for me, if it's a date with a guy that I like, then I'm going to wash my hair, I'm going to shave everything, and then I'm going to do my makeup,
curl.
blow dry, curl, all that.
Perfume, spray your vagina because you never know.
Vagisil, you don't spray your vagina.
Vagisil wipes.
I spray my vagina with my perfume at the very end.
Wait,
that's my cherry,
but not like directly on, just a spritz around.
No, yeah, well,
on
like
your skin,
I open my
not
legs.
in your vulva.
No, I just open my legs and I spritz up.
Yeah, let that burn in your vulva.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, back to the story.
You never know, guys.
So then, of course, I'm at Naz's. Haven't heard from him at 5:30, so I'm just going to be like, oh, zero fucks given. Gonna text him. So I text him and I go, hey, what did I say? Hey, we still on tonight? And then he responded.
Wait, before you go, I feel like there's a point in time in every girl's life when they're in this situation that Ashley's in, where you ask yourself, am I going to marry this man or not? And if the answer is no,
then you text.
Then there are no rules. If the answer is yes, then there are a lot of things that go into it. But anyway, so Ashley.
But that doesn't necessarily, it doesn't really mean, it's also a comfortability thing. Like, but was friends with him beforehand. You know, that's why
And you're
it's
confident he's
okay.
going to text you either way.
And I know he's going to respond.
That's true.
If this was a guy that I went on one magical, like, blind date with, then I probably wouldn't be as natural with, like, I'm just going to fucking text him. So, anyway. So he texted me like an hour and 15 minutes later saying like, oh my gosh, I still have like a zillion appointments the rest of the day. It's a Saturday, but I'm not going to go into his job. And he was like, I probably won't be done until like 9-ish. You know, I'm just like super backed up. Can we reschedule for later this week? And because he said later this week, it was okay. If he had said let's reschedule, I would have been nervous. Mm-hmm. So then we planned on Thursday.
And how did Thursday go?
And then Thursday rolls around. I barely remembered that, you know, I was supposed to go on a date on Thursday. But then there it is, 5 o'clock again. Hasn't texted me.
You didn't hear from him till 5 on Thursday?
5. Yeah, and then I'm texting like Ben. I'm texting Ben Higgins because Ben and I are always like talking about like conversation topics for our podcast. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Ben, we need to talk about how guys these days don't give you a time. Like, they don't give you time. They don't text you earlier in the day. He's like, Ashley, only bad guys do that. And I was like, Ben, you're disillusioned by your own self. Yeah. Because, like, every guy does this.
Well, which every guy could be bad guy. Anyway.
Okay,
wait, so it was
but
5?
this guy is not a bad guy. So then at 5 o'clock, he does text me.
Were you worried the whole day that he may not have ever texted you?
No. I was...
I would have been shitting my pants.
I feel like around 5
Shitting
o'clock,
your
I'd be like,
pants?
well, he's not going to see me.
I would be sitting on the can being like, do I text? Do I not? What do I do?
And Ash, you didn't get ready, right?
No. So, but I'm at this funny stage where I'm like, oh, if he bails, it's really good podcast material.
Oh
That's
my
like,
God,
so you're
literally,
chasing yourself.
You are the Catwoman of podcasts right now. You can't want material. We all want to get married. We should all say that right now.
Yeah, wouldn't it
yeah.
be a great podcast if like it was magical? He sent me time
No. This
and a location.
You guys, this is what I thought.
And wanted to be with me?
Yeah.
No. I think either way, it's like, oh, if I go and it's great, then that's podcast material. And if I go, and then if he decides to never text me, then that's also something to talk about.
Okay, so what did he say at 5?
But of course I would. Of course. Of course I would have been disappointed had he not texted me.
We all love Louis C.K.'s joke. Of course. But maybe. If you have not heard that joke, stop and Google it right now.
I want to get off topic for a second and talk about jet.com. It's actually the most incredible website ever. Everything is delivered to my door within 2 days. And Lauren and I get all the toilet paper, all the cleaning supplies, all like paper towel and like all like your whatever every
All
day.
that annoying stuff that you spend money on that you
Right.
don't want to spend money on. You could just, instead of going to the store to get it,
Nope.
you could literally get it ordered to your front door.
But like we have this convenience next door. It's called Gilson's. It's a grocery store, but it is the worst because it's like basically having a Whole Foods next door, and everything is so expensive. So I go on jet.com to get like basic life necessities and anything else in the world. They have anything from like furniture to clothing to all the food you want. Like everything is on
Pet
jet.com.
food, like everything that you need to get, you can just get it on jet.com.
Yes, and prices actually drop as you shop. And I was noticing this last time I did it. I was like, wait, it says if you add to this cart, it will drop your entire cart price. And I'm like, okay. So I add it, and then I actually saw
That's
the savings
so
happen.
crazy.
No, it is really crazy. So there's 2-day delivery, like I was saying, and there's free shipping on every order that's over $35, and you get free returns within 30 days. So I would suggest you try out jet.com next time you need like anything from groceries to furniture. For 20% off your first 2 orders over $35, visit jet.com and enter the promo code GETIT, GETIT, at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. See jet.com for details. And guys, I freaking love jet.com. This is not something
You don't have to
I'm
carry
just
water
saying.
bottles up the stairs. They come right to your door.
Wait, that is one of the greatest benefits. We get
So
smart water
true.
from them, and they bring up like the 24 bottles to the door.
Taking water, I literally am dehydrated because I don't want to buy water
Exactly.
bottles.
It is.
Ever.
It's so hard.
It's so dumb. So go to jet.com, guys. Okay, so Ash, what did he text you at 5?
Okay, so he says, "Hey Ashley, didn't feel good today. Left work early,
Oh my god.
but what did I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's just like he really had to wait to say that. Like he couldn't have just been like, leaving work now, hope to feel better, but if I don't.
No, okay, so here it is. Hey, Ashley, I'm so sorry. I left work early today because I'm not feeling good. I'm not contagious at all, I promise, if you want to come over and watch movies.
AKA,
Smiley face.
come make out with me. I'm sick and I don't want to do
Yeah,
anything.
it's like, no problem. I'll be right there.
Well, no, so here's the funny thing.
That's annoying.
I text both of these two to my left and right. I was like on a hike. Oh God, we already talked about hike versus long walk. So I was on a hike, got that text, sent it to the two of them. But it was funny because I also sent Ben and my other podcast manager the same text, and like the difference in reactions are just hysterical.
Well, my reaction wouldn't have been... So I was excited for Ashley because... And I'm going to tell you why I was excited for you. Because you've just been dying to make out with someone and hang out with someone. I wasn't excited at the
Oh my God, way to make me sound like so desperate.
What do you
She's
mean? You
dying
we
to make
all-
out with someone.
I have been too. I want to make out with someone, but all I'm saying is like I was like, "Yay, it's actually happening!" Not like, "Yay, this is like a monumental moment." That is a shitty text, and it kind of sounds like he's like just being lazy and just it's like half booty call, half not. But I was excited that you were actually gonna see him IRL.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Lauren.
Yeah, that-
And then Lauren, zero qualms about it. She was like, great. Lauren's like, ideal night.
But Lord, you probably felt the same, right?
Well, I was like, yeah, that's kind of shitty because Ashley was like really impressed by his like dating qualities.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But
I was, like,
I'm like,
really
this is not
impressed with
what
him
you
first time.
imagine, but this is probably you're probably gonna actually get to know him better in this setting, and you still went to dinner anyway, right?
Yeah, okay. Well, we gotta continue.
Okay, so yeah, tell us about the date.
Okay, so whatever. And my other friend who was here visiting, who I was on the hike with, she was like, the second I got the text, she was like, don't go, do not be that girl. Like, that's so embarrassing to give in to, like, the booty call.
Oh my
And then I was
She
like,
also probably wears a "We should all be feminist" shirt.
no. And then the, you know, Ben and Amy on the other text thread.
Or get to the date.
Okay, whatever.
I don't care
They're
what they
also
say.
saying like loser, blah blah. But then like in my heart, I was like, this. I'm gonna say I shouldn't go, but I'm definitely gonna go.
How did you feel? And then tell us what happened. Like, how did you feel about the text? And then what actually happened?
I didn't feel like. I mean, the text was nice because I was like, oh, okay, that's good. He's attracted to me and does still want to see me. Because if he had just said like you can come or you can come over. I mean, he obviously said, I'm not contagious. So that makes it sound like he really wanted me to come over despite him not, quote, feeling well. All right. So then I go over. And also, I wouldn't have gone over if we weren't friends beforehand either. Like, I wouldn't go to a guy's apartment on the second date. I don't think.
Right. We're all prefacing this with, like, you've known him for 3 months now. It's not like a second date.
I mean,
booty
I've known him
call.
since September.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, you've known him for a while. now.
Yeah.
And your last date was 3 months ago.
Right. So, okay. So I go and we get there and I get up to his apartment and I don't even know where, like, the story, like, isn't fun anymore because there's no buildup. It was a normal date. Like, I go upstairs, we like, hang out at his apartment for, like, 10 minutes and he's like, do you want to go to dinner? And I was like, okay, yeah. So, like, we just ended up going out.
Where did you guys go for dinner?
So he lives in, like, a nice little, like, Grove-like area. It's not the Grove, but it's like a Grove-like area. So we just
that means the Grove is a shopping center in LA. And that
It's
just
an
means a
outdoor
really
shopping
nice
mall. It's
a
very
really
nice.
nice-
There's apartments surrounding it, and there's
Yeah.
restaurants all downstairs.
Exactly.
Yes. So we just went to a Mexican place like that was
Ugh.
there, but Lauren, you know, Naz doesn't like Mexican. Don't judge her. Judge her.
I do like Taco Bell though.
And yeah, that's
Anyways.
all that matters.
All right. So we went there. Then we took a little walk after we ate and
Farted in the wind.
It wouldn't have been a bad idea had I.
Did you fart? Did you secretly fart and not tell him? You know when you secret fart?
I don't think I would have run the risk then. No.
You don't. I know it's kind of scary. You're like,
What
I
if you
hope
shit
this
yourself?
one doesn't make a noise.
Yeah.
It was by the water, so it's a nice ocean breeze.
Oh, he lives by the water.
Yeah.
Ashley. So,
Okay.
did you make out?
Okay. So then we go back to his apartment. We, like, I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so long-winded. But I just enjoy detail. So, whatever. We go upstairs. We talk for, like, another hour or so. Hour and a half. 2 hours before we make out. And then we make out for, like, 15 minutes. And it was great.
An hour and 4 minutes?
An hour, 4 minutes, and 7 seconds. Hold on, I wrote it down.
Yeah. And then you kissed me.
Okay, wait. So, and he was exactly the kind of kisser
Was
I
it on the
ever
couch?
imagined.
Were you
On
standing?
the couch. He was
Okay.
the kind of kisser that I imagined from the first day that I met him. Exactly, very Justin Timberlake-esque.
What does that mean? Did he
He's
hold
very
his
Justin
hand
Timberlake.
Yeah,
on your
she's
head?
made out Justin a lot.
I'm just going off of like friends with benefits. He has a very Justin aura.
Okay, what was the kiss like?
It was just really good. And he even said, he was like, this is so great. He goes, I haven't felt this way making out with somebody in a long time. Yeah.
So you
And
guys must have been texting all week since, right?
no, wait, hey, we're not there yet, Lauren. And then
Wait, you're not?
wait, hold on. And then he goes, like, it's just so great to like kiss somebody who just kisses the exact same way you do. And then he was like, I'm gonna be really straight up with you. I really like you. And I'm getting to this point in my career where it's like kind of just where I want it to be, and like it can't get much better. So I really want to start focusing on the things in my life that are actually going to make me happy.
Wait, Ashley, this
like
is-
a relationship.
This is amazing.
I know. And I'm like, yeah. We'll see when I believe. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But he was like very sincere about it.
That's weird that you were like that.
And he was like,
It's good, she's learning.
oh no, I'm learning. And then he's like, I really want to like go home together sometime because we're from the same county.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. He's like, I really want to make sure that we're at home sometime
Wait,
together
this
soon.
is really great.
Yeah. And like everything was really great. He was like, let's hang out on Saturday. And then I was like, my friend's here. I really can't. And yeah, I don't know. So everything was good. Everything was so positive. And I was like, wait, he could actually be my boyfriend. He likes me. It's so crazy.
That's so good.
It was so good. And then, he walks
Ashley,
me to
this
the
is
car.
really exciting.
It was really good. And then he said, like, text me when you get home. So I texted him when I get home. And he was like, I had a blast tonight. Thank you so much for the great company. Like,
How much do I owe you?
like kiss face and all this stuff.
So, what has happened since? Like, are you guys going to hang out again?
I mean, assumingly, being that he's saying all those things, you would assume that we would see
Right.
each other soon. But he he left for 2 weeks today.
Oh, amazing! So you have 2 weeks to just
Just
chill,
enjoy that last moment
to
together.
detox and juice,
Yeah.
and
And
then
detox and
come
juice.
back like.
But here's the crazy thing. He hasn't texted me since I got home that night.
I don't like that.
Isn't that the craziest thing ever?
Ashley was saying today that
But
she
here's the
doesn't
thing,
need
yeah.
the text. It's more of like a confirmation to other humans that he likes her, but she kind of just knows that he likes her.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know. I'm very confident that he likes me. But, like, it's so sad that I'm saying, like, I need the text to prove to other people that he likes me.
No, you don't need to prove it. I think you don't need it intrinsically for yourself. Okay, well then that's amazing.
No, I really
wish I was
don't.
like that. I just want people to be communicative in general.
Yeah.
and I feel like if a guy is really into you, then why isn't he wondering what your day's like and what you're up to? But he did leave today for 2 weeks, so that kind of changes your situation in a way.
I just expected him to text me on Saturday, the day that he, like,
But he
threw
said
out.
that you said you were busy.
I know, but, like, I would have loved are you sure you can't hang out tonight?
I know, that's a good one.
I don't know, guys. We all don't understand.
But
But
I-
I don't get it. This is what I don't get.
But, like, here's his thing. He obviously has this weird pattern. Like, we have a great time together.
Yeah,
and
but
then
he's
why
also
is
very busy. He travels all the time.
I know.
You know, that's the pattern.
But this is the thing is that we always say, or is it that they're really always busy, or are we making excuses and
Both.
these are actually red flags?
For him, it's both.
For him, it's both.
It's both.
It's probably a red flag because for him, not because I don't think he likes me, but probably a red flag that he is flaky in a sense.
Which is terrible quality.
Flighty. But I don't think it has to do with me personally. I think it has to do with him.
It's also a requirement to be a Los Angeles resident. If you're a male.
Hilarious. Yeah, so I wish I could convince you otherwise that like it was great.
No, I'm really happy for you, and I hope that he does text you when he gets back. I mean, I think he's gone
Well,
now.
he
So
better
it's like,
text
let's
you
I feel
just
like
see.
I've had
gets
the same
back.
thing where a guy like said all the right things and I never heard from him a lot.
Well, yeah, that's like all of our bigs
But then I
are
don't
like
get
that.
it. Why are you saying like I haven't liked someone in a really long
Yeah,
time?
I know.
Why?
I would
Just
never
don't
say that.
Just don't say that then.
But that's I think they believe it in the moment. I don't think he needed to say anything
Guys
to make
like feel things in the moment. Like their penis goes up and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm in love.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it
And they're-
goes back down and they're walking down Venice Boulevard
and then
by
they're
themselves,
scrolling
happy
and
as fuck.
seeing all the other skinny legs walking around.
So
Yeah.
weird.
I don't know. So I'm a little confused, but not worried.
Right.
Well,
Well,
just talk to me. I don't know. Just shoot me a text. I don't know. He looks at my Insta stories, but he didn't text me. That's I think is bizarre.
I look at a lot of people's Insta stories and don't text them. I look at Aaron Carter's every day.
so
I haven't
funny.
got a message from him.
Anyway, so Naz,
I wanted to tell you guys that remember the British guy? So I went on a date.
Yeah.
I signed up for The League, which is this dating app, and I roll my eyes as I say that because you have to be like approved to get on, and it's so dumb and whatever. I hate dating apps, but like, what are you going to do? Sit at home by yourself and diddle yourself? No, you're going to like go out.
you're going to sit on your ass and eat Postmates.
Yeah,
Or-
but it's also fun going through apps. I don't know. I don't think it's fun.
I don't think it's fun. I think it's tedious, but it's also like whatever. I gotta meet people. If I say I want someone so bad, I'm not just gonna sit and do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So whatever. I went on a date with this guy. Says he was 34 on the app. He's British, really tall, really handsome. I was like really, really attracted to him. But then I find out on the date, we had tea, by the way, guys.
So classic.
I find out on the date that he's 39. And he's like,
That's not a problem for me usually.
it's not an issue for me, but like it's an issue because you lie.
Yeah, but I feel like honestly that happens a lot on dating apps. People like just don't. They just fuck up. I
But
think.
that's like not okay with me. He's like, oh yeah, my Facebook and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And I'm like, all right, yeah, go talk to fucking Mark Zuckerberg about that. Like, that is bizarre. And also, guys, the biggest thing that I don't get, why are you 39?
I know.
Going on a date with me who's 27 in Venice. Why aren't you at Toys R Us buying Fisher Price toys for your children?
I don't know.
Why are people so
It's like
old?
the meme. It's the meme that went around this week that was like, yo, we getting lit tomorrow? And it was like, you're 29?
What's the what we get into tonight? It was like, dude, you're 39. Oh, it was actually, dude, you're 29. Have a family.
Go start a family,
Go start a
bro.
family.
And I'm like, guys, it's so weird. Anyways, he's really cute, but he was like cold, and I think it's because he's British. Like, I just didn't feel like a warmth, but on
Yeah.
paper, it was like a perfect date.
Harry
And then-
Styles makes me feel warm.
That's very true. So maybe it's
It's not cultural.
maybe it's just a him thing.
Yeah.
But either way, he texted me this weekend while I was gone in Palm Springs to hang out. Okay, so the whole point of this is that when we left the date, he wasn't like, we should do this again. He was just
She was
kind of like,
convinced
bye.
she was never going to see him
So
again.
guys, I was really like, whoa, this is weird. Like, I just want, normally I always go on date 2. Like, I'm never a not date 2 person.
Well, you usually cut it off before that. If you didn't
No,
like
I
him,
mean,
you
like,
won't
no-
go on to.
I mean, like, to guys, like, will always ask me for date 2.
Oh, right.
Guys will always ask
Right.
you for it.
And I-
Unless you like him, then he probably won't.
No, even when I,
I know,
like
you're
them,
right,
I go
you're
on date
right,
2.
you're right. Look.
So it's so annoying because he was like, bye, and then fucking didn't give me any like sign that we were going to go on a second date. And then he did text me and was like, I think it's just because he was like cold and British. He texted me this weekend to hang out, but I wasn't here, which was great.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking
you're
towards the
good.
end of that date. I mean, how did you leave off? I know you didn't have a kiss and you wanted a kiss.
We didn't kiss. I really do want, I'm just going to go on a second date to kiss him, I think.
Yeah,
There was no spark.
This
is your
this is
spark.
the theme of the week.
There
it's just
was
like
no
getting to the
spark.
kiss. It's the desperation for the kiss.
It's not even
You
desperation.
gotta look
it's
at them
just
deep in the
fun.
eyes and linger if you want to try that kiss
But guys,
out.
also I was wearing red lipstick, which I wear
That's
all
it.
the time.
She's a huge
That's it.
mistake.
I don't think British guys get the whole like Kardashian thing. So I was
also,
like,
red lipstick, all men don't get.
that's not true. I think it's 50-50.
You can't can't wear it on a first date. If you're asking to be kissed, you cannot wear red lipstick.
I kiss guys with red lipstick, but maybe they just really
Would you
liked
do
me.
peck them real quick?
And
No,
then
I have made out with men.
Ew, if I saw red lipstick smeared all
like
over
a clown.
I
Like,
would
that
be
was nice.
so disturbed to see a guy have red lipstick smeared all over his face.
Well, whatever, guys. I just have that effect on
That's
people.
hilarious.
You're okay with seeing that after that?
Yeah, it's kind of sexy and
Oh,
fun.
fuck
Anyway,
me.
so
That's disgusting.
the whole point of me sharing that story is like I do like older guys, and I normally date guys that are 10 years older than me, but like 39, like come on, bro, start a family. And that's my I don't get it for the fucking week, because like I just don't get it. It was weird.
Yeah, I think to
I will
sum
see him
up
again
so
though,
far,
and I will make out with him, and
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know how it goes.
to sum up so far, we really don't get why guys these days are so old and like why they have zero desire to settle down until they're 40. It's really stressful for us who are in their upper 20s.
Definitely not the Southern boys, though.
Yeah, it's definitely regional.
Yeah.
And then secondly, we definitely don't understand why guys don't text us before a date until like date hours. So it was funny because this week I had that date that I was really excited to go on, and that's a rarity in my life. And so did our friend Olivia, from Ben's season of The Bachelor, and we were publicly tweeting about how like we were somehow excited about these dates, and I was saying, kind of joking, kind of not, saying like, oh, I bet you both of us get stood up, like modern day stood up, which doesn't mean like you're actually waiting for him at the restaurant, but that the day comes around and you don't hear from him. So I want to call Olivia and see how her date went this week. Olivia?
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast.
I'm so excited.
I'm so glad we finally
There's so
had
many
you on.
things I don't get. So I feel like I should be on 12 episodes about different things.
You
We
can
would
be
love
a
to have you back.
Yeah, you could be a weekly contributor if you'd like.
Did you see you tweeted the other day something about wanting like topics or something, and I just went on a rant about all the things that I don't get in the world.
Wait,
And
I didn't see your tweets in
What?
response to that.
Oh my gosh, no, I had like 5.
Sometimes tweets get buried. It's really
No,
weird.
mine were really dumb though. It was like I was at a restaurant and I was unhappy with the side of broccoli that they gave me. And so I was tweeting about how ridiculous this side of broccoli was. And I figured it wouldn't get seen. But
Well, was
if you
that
ever
on...
want to talk about that, just let me know.
Okay, was that bad broccoli on your bad date the other day?
Oh my God. What are we starting with? My bad date?
I do want to talk about this. So, Olivia and I went back and forth on Thursday because we were both really excited about going on these dates that apparently, like, were good. They were supposed to be good dates.
There was, I've talked to you about this 100 times. I hate dating. I've been on maybe 4 dates in New York, and I dread them, and they're awful. But for some reason, I felt the vibes about this one guy because I had like canceled on him a couple times, and he still kept trying. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
That's always a really good sign.
Is it a good sign or a bad sign?
That he
Is he
kept
so
trying?
desperate?
It was kind of weird because he would text me and say things like, I don't know, I just thought about you today. And I was like, do you even know what I look like?
Oh,
like,
that's
why are you
weird.
thinking about
Okay,
me?
wait. So
Yeah.
what did you and Ashley go back and forth tweeting about?
Well, I basically had said, what is happening? I'm excited for a date that I'm going on tonight with a guy who seems smart and funny and cool. Like, who am I?
Wait,
And then
Olivia,
Ashley-
I have
what?
got to stop you there. So Naz, whenever I have a date, she's like, oh my God, that's so exciting. And I'm like, oh my God, no, it's not. It's awful. I have to
No,
get off the
it's
couch and get
horrible.
ready and then like not be able to like, have to carry a
Like, I
conversation.
wear yoga pants and t-shirts every day. I don't wear makeup because I have eyelash extensions. So the fact that I had to like put concealer on, put jeans on, it was just a lot. I put a lot of
Exactly.
effort into it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I never understood Naz when she was like, oh my God, how was it? I was like, it was awful. Like,
Ew.
what did you expect? But like now as she's like starting to date a little bit more, she's
Oh my
also
God, I
feeling
know.
the torture.
Naz, like, literally, just it's like a very flippant thing. You'll be excited at one point, but majority of the time, you will be miserable.
Yeah, no, dating is awful.
It's fine. It's awful.
Although
but like
Naz
sometimes
does
you're
wear
new
like
to
jeans
it.
every
so.
day. You wear like makeup
Oh.
and jeans, and your hair's
Yeah,
so
you
No,
like
you
done.
don't.
lipstick every
No,
day
she
too.
doesn't.
Like
What's your-
lipstick takes a while for me, and you wear it every day.
Yeah, you wear a lot of lipstick.
Guys,
You do not, Naz. She
Okay.
doesn't. Her hair's just naturally good. Like she
It's
could just
just
throw it
good
down.
yeah,
hair.
she
Good.
always looks put together.
All right, guys, back to Olivia and
Okay,
Ashley.
sorry.
No,
Yes.
it's okay. So wait, so what happened? So you were excited?
Yeah, I was excited to go out with this guy. He had messaged me a couple times. We saw each other on Bumble, and he had texted me like 4 weeks ago saying, "Hey, you crossed my mind. I would actually love to meet you finally." And I was going kind of through the throes of a breakup, and I was very angsty and mad. So I was like, you know what? You caught me at the right time. Yes, let's go on a date. So he scheduled a date, and it was last week, and he took me to this speakeasy, and I walk in, and it's like pitch black. I don't know if there's speakeasies in LA. I have no idea.
Yeah,
but
Which
LA,
one
like,
was it?
Because
Because
made up of speakeasies.
there's
it was-
one I
it
really
was
like
like-
in New York.
there was a place that it didn't even have signage on the door. Like I had to Google it, and it was just like this concrete door. Like no one would have ever seen it ever. But yeah, I walk in. He was there before me, which was pretty cool because in New York, being 30 minutes late is being on time. But he was standing there. But I was like, oh my god, it's so dark in here. I can barely see what he looks like, and vice
Good move.
versa. Like maybe that's good for me.
That dark?
Yeah, and
not
so
like candlelit dark.
It was really, really dark in there. Like I could not see anything. And then I had asked his height beforehand, which I know I tweeted about this, but like I'm a really tall girl,
Yeah.
and like it's something I have to think about. And he was like, "Oh, no big deal. Like I'm 6 feet tall." But I've learned, like, if they say they're 6 feet, then they're definitely
5'10".
5'11".
Wait, Olivia,
yeah,
so
5'10".
not just, you literally were like, how tall are you? You ask every guy.
Well, I asked him what size heels I could wear.
That's fantastic.
You asked him what size heels you could wear? That's funny.
Yeah, well, so I tweeted about it, and I was like, men, has a girl ever asked, or would you be offended if a girl asked you what your height was? And if not, what's a way that you would like a girl to ask you that question? And everyone was basically saying, yeah, short guys might be offended, but tall guys wouldn't. But like, I've been I've been told I won't date you because you have short hair. I won't date you because you're tall. So like literally at this point in the game, I don't care. Like if I offend you, bye, that's fine. But yeah, so I walk in and I'm like, I don't know if he's 6 feet tall, but okay. He was taller than me, so it was fine. And then what else? Oh, we get to our table, and it was like hot as balls in the restaurant. And like, it's not his fault, obviously, but I was sweating profusely, and I could tell that he was sweating and was really uncomfortable by it.
It's so
But
awkward.
like, both of us didn't know each other well enough to be like, hey, you're sweating, I'm sweating, can we get out of here? So that was like this awkward, like unspoken sweat thing going on. But yeah, he just talked about himself the entire time.
Oh my
He never
God.
asked me a single question about myself. And then when I did kind of myself put my job in there, he basically insinuated that like my job isn't hard, and I was like, okay, that's where I'm gonna stop you.
Can you tell us what his job is?
Yeah.
He's a lawyer,
Oh.
but like that's to me, I was like, I don't even want to talk about that because it's so boring.
Yeah.
Right.
He did. I mean, he started talking about this trip where he was hunting for uranium in Australia.
What?
I'm sitting here staring, like shaking my head, like, yeah, I'm listening, but I'm not really listening. The story could have lasted 5 minutes, and instead it lasted 35 minutes. And I was
I have a
sweating,
story about this later.
and I was still sweating, and my makeup was like pooling down my face. And finally, towards the end, I was like, I don't know if like you want to talk about this, but I'm really sweaty, and I think you should leave. And yeah,
And that's the end of the date.
Was it
Well,
a
and then
dinner
he-
date or a drink date?
it was like just like New York is just drinks.
Yeah.
like no one goes to dinner on a first or second date, but it was drinks. The drinks were good. The idea was there, like to go to cool like speakeasy thing. I just don't think there was not much chemistry, and I'm like, I don't know. I think people say chemistry develops over time, but for me, like if I don't feel something then and there, like I just don't really want
I'm
to
the
go
same
after
way.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, he walks me and we get a cab, and like I just I felt no desire for like anything but a hug, and I felt like he didn't either, and it was fine. But then like he texted me the last 2 days and was like, I had such a great time with you, and I'm like, wait, what?
They always have a good time when you don't have a good time.
Right. If you don't like it, he's definitely going to text you.
I literally was thinking to myself, like, where in that moment, or was there, like, I don't remember laughing at all. That's kind of a sign for me that, like, it was not a good one.
Well, he hunts for uranium, so clearly he likes being sweaty and living in the dark. So
he was telling stories about how where he was sleeping, there were, like, mice and stuff, and I literally am sitting here, like, drinking this Moscow Mule, like, chugging, because I'm like, what the fuck? We're talking about sleeping with mice and hunting uranium, and I'm very confused. And then when you say my job is easy, like, bye, we're done.
Being on a bad date is the equivalent of being held hostage.
How did he say that you like didn't have an easy hard
basically,
job?
I just said, yeah, I have a podcast. I was a news anchor for a while, and I have a podcast now, and it's freed up so much time that I'm kind of like bored lately, and I'm looking for another passion project to get involved in. And he was basically just, oh, you have so much time on your hands. Like, that's just so, you probably have so much fun. And like, what do you do during the day? And I was like, not even if I'm not recording a podcast during the day, trust me, I'm always running around like a crazy person.
Right.
And then I said, I babysit every day, like sometimes twice a day. That's how I make my side money.
Yeah.
And which I think is very respectable and awesome. And he was basically like, oh, so just like you babysit. I was like, okay, so you work in a boring office where, like, you can hear people breathing. It's so quiet. Like, I don't want to work in your boring-ass office, and you probably don't want my life because whatever, you think it's stupid.
Right.
And that's fine. So, yeah, there was no romance. Like, he didn't even say, you look really pretty or anything. So I was like, oh, I know, but, like, stop.
He was cold. He was a cold-hearted man.
I don't know. You think you go on a date with someone and they'll say, hey, you look great. I don't know. I like your top. I don't know.
To be on a date with you and not to compliment how pretty you are, it's a crazy person. Crazy man.
I just don't. It's been so long since I've been on a good one that I just have all this whole list of all the bad ones.
All right. Well, we have things that we want to talk to you about in the future. I know there's some stories that go with different topics, but today I really wanted to talk about that weekly tweet thing we had going on. So thank you so much, Olivia.
Love you all.
All right, we love you. Thank you so much.
I'm going to bed.
All right, yeah, good night. Enjoy your sleep.
Love you, Olivia.
Bye. Love you guys.
All right, everyone. Well, before we go, I want to tell everyone about something I started called Heartbroken Anonymous. I recently did something with this guy earlier this year, and I was really heartbroken over it. And I just feel like the concept of saying bye to someone and like breaking up with someone is so bizarre. Like, it's so weird that you can be best friends with someone and they can sleep next to you. And then literally one day it's as if they don't exist. So like, it wasn't really a breakup because he wasn't my boyfriend, but just the fact of like having someone in your life like that and then them not being in your lives is a really hard feeling to deal with. I feel like it's like dealing with a death in a way, but it's weird because they're still out there in the world living with someone else, potentially living the life that you guys live together. I don't know. Anyway, so I started this group called Heartbroken Anonymous. It's kind of like Alcoholics Anonymous, but for people that are heartbroken. And it's a passion project of mine. It's free. And you guys can just come. It's this Wednesday. So in 2 days at Open Space in Los Angeles. So if you're in LA visiting or you live here, it's at 8 p.m. You guys can check out all the information on my Instagram. But the whole reason I started it is I just want people to feel like they have a safe space, a non-judgmental space where they can share their heartbreak with strangers and feel like they're not being judged. And it's all confidential because it's anonymous. And just know that you're not alone. And it's not like I'm a psychiatrist. I can't fix you, but I mediate the meetings. And pretty much it's just a way to know that you're not alone because you're not the only one dealing with this shitty feeling, you know?
Oh yeah, everyone go. Also, it's like when my friends, whatever, go through breakups, I'm so sick of hearing that person's name that I cannot.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole point. That was one of the
and
reasons.
I have no more to give than what I've already said to them. So it's like, maybe try someone else on, you know?
Exactly, and that's another reason why I started it, is because you need to give your friends a break. And also, it's hard when you break up with someone and you do want to talk about them all the time, and your mom and your friends are like, fuck him, I told you he's not good enough, move on.
Yep.
So
Oh, my worst pet peeve in the whole world is when people tell you to move on. You know what? Just move on. And I'm like, okay,
It's like, you got it. Moved on.
yeah,
Thank
you know what? You're right. I should just move on.
Oh, thank you. What would I do without you? Thank you so much for this.
Has that phrase ever actually helped someone
No.
move on?
And that's why
It makes me more obsessed with a person.
Exactly.
It makes
That's
me
why
miss them more.
Heartbroken Anonymous is so awesome, because it's a non-judgmental space. It's pretty much Alcoholics Anonymous for heartbroken people.
Yep.
Yeah, Naz had a great experience with it last month during the first month, and you can get all the details about it at cosmopolitan.com. Type in her name, Naz Perez, in the search box, and she gives all the dates. All right, well, that was the story time for this week. We are going to be doing a little special, additional extra podcast one of these weeks in the near future. So if you are one of our loyal fans who writes a review and rates us on iTunes, you have the chance to be on the I Don't Get It podcast, talking about the things in life that you don't get. Yay!
We can't wait to talk to you. You also have to subscribe, though.
You have to subscribe, and we need a screenshot of your review. Tweet it at me at Ashley Ico on Twitter. All right.
Twitter.
All right. Love
All
you
right.
guys. Thank you so much for listening to our
Thank
stupid
you.
stories.
Yep, we don't get it.
I don't get it.
Podcast.